This is my entry for the 2009 Mini Wargaming's video contest. This is my terrain board for Flames of War. It's a current project that I've been working on. I started about 2 weeks ago now. Currently it's 12 tiles large, but it's actually going to be 42 when it's complete. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of what some of the features and what some of the highlights of the board are. So, one of the most impressive features in terms of what I think is impressive is the actual ground cover. It's made up of several different layers of static grass as well as some shrublands and some blended turf. I'm just going to make my way across. I got a few models on here just for scale so you can get an idea of how big this board is. These are Panzer IVs. They're on the cobble roads. The cobble's actually been hand painted by me and then highlighted so the individual stones come up. This crack in the board is not actually a mistake. This is actually where the tiles connect. I do my best to blend the individual 1-foot tiles, but of course on the road you're going to see the seams. Here's a dirt road that's blending into the cobble. So as you can see, there's rutted tank tracks and tire marks in there. This stone wall here was actually hand stacked by myself. It's not a kit, it's not a cast. Those are real stones, and that's a real stone wall with grass tufts coming out of it. Here we have some Panzer Grenadiers making their way across the shrubland. So you can see again the blended turf as well as the shrubs with sort of the branchy look that I was going for. And the whole board is a sheer balance between realism and functionality and playability. So that's kind of what I'm attempting to achieve with the board anyways. Here is the pond that I have, and as you can see the texture of the pond is actually made to simulate waves, as well as the blue underlay with the fish silhouettes. That's kind of a neat feature of the board, one of my favorite parts anyways. So we make our way across here, just again more of the shrubland, and just bring you down so you can get kind of a more of a angle of what a model would see. So again, hill in the background, nice pond through the trees there. Here's an armored recce vehicle as well, and I just put him here to simulate how the vehicles actually blend into the shrubs. So he's got some of the shrubs on him as well as the ground cover. So it's kind of a neat feature. Again, I'll just pan down here so you can see the Panthers making their way down the bocage hedgerow, just along the little path. Again, the wheat fields are a feature that I like to include in most of my boards, and there is little plugs. I don't know how well you can see them. I'll kind of do the above shot of the plugs. They are there. There's one, and there one. What those are for is they're really purely gameplay features, and what they're used for is to place the RD or tanks or figures down into the grass. So when you're looking, they aren't sitting on top of the grass. They're right down in it where they should be. Here's an apple orchard here. Some Panthers making their way through. Here's just a crop row encroaching on the board, as well as some haystacks. This field's actually been cut down. You can see the variation in the color there. So one part has actually began to be harvested, and of course they've stacked that up into hay piles. And I'm just going to pan out. Sorry about the color change there. Here's some actual RD units actually using the plugs that I was talking about earlier. So they're actually right down in. I'll give you a right down at the ground level shot. So you can actually see the RD into the plugged areas. Again, making our way up to the hilltop. All the trees have been magnetized as well, so they're easily removable. I'll just take a tree out here so you can see. And there you go, there's the magnets, and there's a unit hiding underneath there conveniently. And then I'll just place that tree back into the magnet, and there we go. So that's just convenience for gameplay. And speaking of hiding down into the trees, you should check out this little guy here. And he'll give you sort of what a model would be seeing if it was looking at the board. So as you can see, it looks good to have the nice fore and background, and it adds to the game as well. So really, without further ado, I guess that's just that's the board in a nutshell. There's a lot more features to look at, but I think I gave you a nice overview. And I did mention about the plugs earlier, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to just give a shameless plug for my friends and yours, the guys at miniwargaming.com. So thanks for watching. Cheers.